Hello student, in this video we will do the exercise of chapter 8 of class 9th. The name of chapter is motion. 1 to 4 question we have done in the previous video. So in this video we will start from the question number 5th. So what is 5th question? A driver of a car traveling at 52 km per hour applied the brakes and accelerate uniformly in the opposite direction. The car stopped in 5 seconds. Another driver going at 3 km per hour in another car applying his brakes slowly and stopping 10 seconds. On the same graph paper, plot the speed versus time graph for the two cars. Which of the two cars travel further after brakes were applied? So what is given in this question? In this question they given that there is two car. One is car A and one is car B. So what's about the car A? Car A traveling with the speed of 52 km per hour. So and this is the initial speed is given because after that brake is applied. That's why final speed is 0. So this is for car A and this is for car B. So u1 is the initial speed of car A. Initial speed of car A is given 52 km per hour. But it is not the SI unit of the speed because the SI unit of the speed is meter per second. So firstly convert into meter per second. How can we convert it? 52 multiply in 1 kilometer there are 1000 meter and in 1 hour there are 3600 second. So cut it. Okay, when we cut it, our value come 14.4 meter per second. Same with car B. Car B U2 value is given 3 km per hour. So change into meter per second. 3 multiply 1000 divided by 3600. So cut it. Its value will come 0.83 meter per second. So now what is the value of time? Time value T1 value is given for car A, that is 5 seconds, and T2 value is given 10 seconds. So we have to plot graph with the help of speed and time. So we having the both the values. So firstly plot graph for car A, after that for car B. So this is the graph. Now draw the. So u value is given in meter per second, that is 14.4. So 14.4 point is there and the T1 time value is given 5 seconds. So 5 seconds is here. So join both the point. Now for car B, U2 value is 0.83. 0.83 means here, and T2 value is given 10. 10 means here. Now join these 2 points. Now suppose this is point A, this is B, this is C and this is D. After that on the same graph paper we have plot the graph, plot the speed versus time graph for the two cars. Which of the two cars travel farther? So to find out these things we have to find out the distance of both the cars. So how can we find out the distance with the help of graph? As we know that distance is always equal to area traveled by the car. Okay, so firstly we will find the area OAB for car A. Area of triangle OAB. So what is that area of triangle? 1 by 2 multiply base multiply height. So what is the base of this triangle? Base value is given 5 seconds. And what is the value of the speed? Speed value is 14.4. So when we cut it, it will be equal to 272, that is 36 meter. And same for car B. car B area is area of triangle OCD. Same formula. What is time value? 10, and this value is 0.83. Okay, so after solving it, it will be equal to 4.15 meter. As we know that area of car A is greater than car B. So area of car A is greater than area of car B. So we can say that the car traveling with speed of 52 travel farther after applying the brake. Okay, so car A is farther. Okay dear student, next question is question number 6. So what is question number 6? Show the distance time graph of the three objects A, B, C. So there a graph is given in your book. So there are three objects. One is object A, one is object B, and one is C. So we have to study the graph and answer the following questions. So there are the 4 questions are given. So we have to study the graph and we have to give the answer of these questions. So first question is, which of the three is traveling the fastest? That means there are 3 objects are given A, B, C. So which one is more fast? So if we check this graph with the help of the scale, so we find that the B distance, this is the distance in kilometers are given. So if we find that the B traveled 12 kilometer in approximately 1.2 seconds. Okay, so this is the time given, sorry, in hours is given. So B travel 12 kilometer in 1.2 hours, whereas C also traveling 12 kilometer, whereas time is more than B. So B यहाँ पर हमारा 1.2 आ रहा है, so C का हमारा टाइम और ज़्यादा आएगा और A का टाइम और ज़्यादा आएगा. That means all are traveling same distance, that is a 12 kilometer, but time limit is more in case of C and in case of A as compared to B. So B सबसे कम टाइम में सबसे ज़्यादा डिस्टेंस कवर कर रहा है. That means B is fastest. So the answer is B. Next is, are all 3 ever at the same point on the road? They ever meet. There is a word that is meet. कि क्या जो ये 3 objects थे वो क्या कभी किसी point पर meet करेंगे? So the answer of this question is no. Why? The distance time graph of the 3 objects A, B, C never meet at a single point. Because अगर हम यहाँ पर देख रहे हैं, यहाँ पर भी जस्ट हमारी 2 जो हमारी स्लोप है वो मीट कर रही है, यहाँ पर भी 2 पॉइंट मीट करे एंड देर आर ऑल्सो मीट 2 लाइन्स. सो कोई भी ऐसा सिंगल पॉइंट नहीं है जहाँ पर all three लाइन्स आर मीट ऑन अ सिंगल पॉइंट. सो दे आर नेवर एट द सेम पॉइंट ऑन द रोड. सो यहाँ पर अगर कहीं पर भी अगर ये तीनों एक पॉइंट पर मीट कर जाती तब हम बोल सकते थे, अदरवाइज नो. द आंसर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन इज नो. सो सी इज, how far has C traveled when B passes A? So when B passes A, this is the B line and this is A line. So this is the point. So this point we have to check. So when B passes A, how far has C? So C slope is this. So firstly find out the initial value. As we know that in case of B, initial value is 0. But in a case of C, what is the initial value? So that is the solution of the C part. As we know that there are total 7 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So 7 intervals are equal to 4 kilometer. There are 7 intervals are given and they are equal to 4 kilometer. So 7 small boxes are equal to 4 kilometer. Then what is the value of the one box? One box will be equal to 4 divided by 7 kilometer. If we observe the C is starting from the 4th interval. Okay, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. C is starting from the fourth interval. If one interval is equal to 4 divided by 7, then the 4 interval will be equal to multiply by 4. So 4 divided by 7 multiply 4 equal to 16 divided by 7. So this is the initial distance of the C. This is this point. Okay, so this is equal. Now how much distance C is covered? So जब B ने A को कट किया, so उस टाइम में as we know that जो डिस्टेंस जो फाइनल वैल्यू इज गिवन 8, जो फाइनल डिस्टेंस यहाँ पर कितना गिवन है 8 किलोमीटर, एंड वी नो डैट द सी इनिशियल डिस्टेंस इज 16.7. सो हाउ कैन वी फाइंड आउट द total distance? So we can easily find out the total distance, final minus initial value. Okay, so when we minus it, then 5.714 kilometer is the answer. So this is the answer of the C part. Now part D. What is part D? How far has B traveled by the time it passes C? जब B C में से पास करता है, okay, so this is the point, this is the B line and this is C line. So this is the point where B crosses the C. So how far has B? So B कितना दूर होगा? As we know that initial value is given 0. B initial value is 0. Now what is the final value? So if we meet this line with the distance axis, then it will be meet on this point. So how many boxes are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there are total 9 boxes. That means final position is given, that is 9 किलोमीटर डिस्टेंस, एंड और बी ने कहाँ से स्टार्ट किया था? 0 किलोमीटर से. ओके, so distance covered by B at the time it passes C, that is 9 boxes. Okay, if one box is equal to 4 divided by 7, as we know that in the previous question one box is equal to 4 divided by 7, then the 9 boxes is equal to 36 divided by 7, it is equal to 5.143 kilometer. So this is the distance of the B travel when it passes C. Next question is, a ball is gently dropped from a height of 20 meter. If its velocity increase uniformly at the rate of 10 meter per second square, with what velocity will it strike the ground and after what time will it strike the ground? So dear student, what is given in this question? In this question there is said that a ball is gently dropped from a height of 20 meter. कोई एक हमारे पास बॉल है जिसको हमने ड्रॉप किया है किस हाइट से? 20 मीटर की हाइट से. डैट मीन्स सपोज दिस इज द हाइट एंड दिस इज 20 मीटर and suppose there is a ball and we have to drop on the ground. So if its velocity increase uniformly at the rate of 10 meter per second square, so this is the value of the acceleration. Okay, so distance value is given. So distance, that means height, it is given 20 meter. And acceleration, A value is given 10 meter per second square. So in the starting the ball is at rest. तो स्टार्टिंग में बॉल हमारी रेस्ट पे थी, तो उस टाइम में हमारी वेलोसिटी, इनिशियल वेलोसिटी विल बी इक्वल टू 0. दैट्स वाई u वैल्यू इज इक्वल टू 0 मीटर पर सेकेंड. ओके, so now what is the final velocity? So we have to find out the what velocity will it strike the ground. So what is the velocity? So we have to find out the final velocity and after what time. So we have to find the time also. So here distance, that means s value is also given. So distance, height and distance both are equal. Okay, so there is 3 equation of motion, that is one is v is equal to u plus at. Second is s is equal to ut plus half at square, and third is 2as is equal to v square minus u square. So we can use any one. So firstly we want to find out the value of v. So how can we find out the value of v by using these equations? So in this equation we having the value of u, we having the value of a, and we having the value of distance also. So we can use this equation to find out the value of v. So जिस ढंग से हमारे पास वैल्यूज गिवन होगी उसी के अकॉर्डिंग हम सिलेक्ट करेंगे हमें कौन सी इक्वेशन का यूज करना है. सो 2as इज इक्वल टू वी स्केयर माइनस यू स्केयर. 2 मल्टीप्लाई एक्सेलरेशन इज गिवन 10 and what is the s? S is the distance. So distance is given 20. V square u value is 0. So when we multiply it, 2 to the 4, that means 400 is equal to v square. So v is equal to 400, so square then root, and 400 is the root of 20. So v value is 20 meter per second. Okay, now how can we find out the value of t? So now we having the value of v, we having the value of u, a, and we can easily find out the value of t. So now use this first equation by using first equation, that is v is equal to u plus at. V value is 20, u is 0, a value is, and that a value is given 10 multiply t. So 20 is equal to 10t. So t is equal to 20 divided by 10, it will be equal to 2. So t is 2 seconds. So this is the answer of this question. Hello students, so next question is question number 8. So what is question number 8? The speed time graph for a car is shown in this figure. So we have to give the answer of these two questions. So what is first question? Find how far does the car travel in the first 4 seconds. That means first 4 seconds we have to find out the distance. Shade the area on the graph that represent the distance traveled by the car during the period. So we have to shade the graph also. So in this first question we have to find out the distance. And how can we find out the distance? As we know that we can find out the distance with the help of the area. Suppose in 4 seconds, during 4 seconds, so this is the area, this is the 4 seconds. So this is the area covered during 4 seconds. So we have to find out the area of this portion. So how can we find out? So in this portion there are many squares are given. So बहुत सारे स्क्वायर गिवन है. सो इफ़ यू नो द वैल्यू ऑफ 1 स्क्वायर, अगर हमारे पास एक स्क्वायर की वैल्यू हो देन वी कैन काउंट दिस स्क्वायर एंड वी कैन फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ ईजली. सो हाउ कैन वी फाइंड आउट द वैल्यू ऑफ 1 स्क्वायर? सो फर्स्टली फाइंड द वैल्यू फ्रॉम द x axis. So this is x axis and this is y axis. So on the x axis, so that means this interval is given 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so on the x axis there is 5 square present in 2 seconds. So we can write that on x axis 5 squares represent represent 2 seconds. Okay, so 1 square will represent the 2 divided by 5 seconds. Same on the y axis. So there are 1 2 3. So 3 square represent, that means 2 meter per second speed, that means 2 meter per second. Okay, So then 1 square will represent the 2 divided by 3 meter per second. So the area, if we want to find out the area of 1 square, then suppose this is the 1 square, we know the value of this, that is the time, and this is the speed axis. If we know the value of this line, and if we know the value of this line, then we can easily find out the area of this, that is length multiply breadth. Then the area of 1 square is equal to multiply x axis and multiply y axis. It will be equal to 4 divided by 15 meter. Okay, so area of 1 square is 4 divided by 15. So how many boxes are present in this area? So now calculate the boxes. If we calculate the boxes, there are 62 boxes are present in this area. Okay, सो यहाँ से यहाँ तक अगर हम बॉक्सेस को काउंट करते हैं, देर आर टोटल 62 बॉक्सेस. सो इफ एरिया ऑफ वन बॉक्स इज इक्वल टू 4 डिवाइड बाय 15 मीटर स्क्वायर, देन द एरिया ऑफ 62 boxes will be equal to 62 multiply 14 divided by 15. Okay, so when we solve it, it will be equal to that is 16.53 meter. So hence car travel 16.53 meter in first 4 seconds. Okay, so this is the answer of first part. Now what is the second question? Which part of the graph represent uniform motion of the car? So the uniform motion of the car is represented by the part AB of the graph, which represent constant speed. Now what is AB? This is the part. From this point, this is A point and this is B point. So this is represent the constant and uniform motion, because in that case the velocity is uniform. Okay, so we can write that B answer, the uniform motion of the car is represent by the part AB of the graph, which represent constant speed. Okay students, next question is question number 9. State which of the following situations are possible and give an example for each of these. So first equation is an object with a constant acceleration but with zero velocity. It is possible or not? Yes, it is possible. How it is possible? Answer A. It is possible. Let us understand with the help of an example. For example, when a ball is just released, from a certain height, then it is being acted by a constant acceleration. then on the ball there is a constant acceleration. And which acceleration is there? The acceleration due to gravity is present. Then the constant acceleration, that is equal to the acceleration due to gravity. That is, what is the value of acceleration due to gravity? That is 9.8 meter per second square. But in that case, in the initial velocity is 0, but its initial value is 0. So this is possible that a constant acceleration, there is a value of constant acceleration, but velocity value is 0. Okay, now what is the second part? Second part is given that an object moving in a certain direction with an acceleration in the perpendicular direction. Is it possible or not? Yes, it is possible. So how it is possible? For example, when a car is moving in a circular track, its acceleration is perpendicular to its direction of motion at each instant. Okay, when a car is moving in a circular track. So what happened in that case? So every instant acceleration is perpendicular to its motion. So it is also possible. So next is question number 10. What is question number 10? An artificial satellite is moving in a circular orbit of radius. So artificial satellite is revolving. So the radius is given 42250 km. So calculate its speed if it take 24 hours to revolve around the earth. So how many time it take? It take 24 hours. So what is given? As we know that circumference of the circle. So solution. So suppose this is the circle, okay, and there any artificial satellite is revolving around this radius, and the radius is given, that is 42250 km. Okay, so we have to calculate the speed, and if time is given 24 hours. So firstly, radius, that means r value is given 42250 km, and time is given, that is 24 hours. Okay, so as we noted, how can we find out the speed when any object is revolving in a circular orbit? As we know that speed is equal to distance divided by time. What is the distance in case of circle? It is equal to the circumference of the circle. Divide time. So circumference formula is 2 pi r divided by time. 2 pi value 22 divided by 7, whereas r value is given 42250 and time value is 24 hours. So by solving this, it will be equal to 3.07 km per second. So this is the answer of this question. If we want to write the SI unit in kilometer per hour, then the answer is 11,055.41 kilometer per hour. Okay students, so today your all question answer is completed. So in the next video we will start next chapter. Thank you.